Here's a quick summary of just who FM Logistic is. FM Logistic is one of the leading players in the warehousing, transportation and co-packing business. The group is independent and family-owned and is recognized as an expert in the consumer goods, retailing, perfume and cosmetics, industrial and health markets. It's present in 3 continents and 5 geographical areas. There are 22,500 employees. There are 1,700,000 deliveries, 500 million packages prepared a year, and a turnover of more than €1 billion. Despite the group's size, it was still important for us to build up a really strong employment brand and then deploy it. So, who should we deploy it to? Well, young, talented graduates. And anyone who's got the wrong idea of what a supply chain is. Before getting in touch with our target audience, we wondered, what do they already know about supply chains? Actually, most people have no idea that they use supply chains every day, for one simple reason: they don't even know what a supply chain is. Supply chains are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Supply chains are everywhere in our daily life. When we work, we shop, we spend time with friends, and even when we're ill. All quite hard things to represent in an advertising campaign. So we thought we'd try something else. How would the world be without supply chains? How sad to make a campaign with an empty space. As you can see, we faced considerable difficulties in building up this campaign. How could we reach our target audience when they've got no idea of what a supply chain really is, or they've got a distorted notion of it? How do we talk about supply chains to the target audience when it's so hard to define? How can we illustrate the supply chain in an attractive way? Faced with all these questions, we chose a different path. Because it's very hard to represent everything that a supply chain is in, supply chains are in everything, we chose to think outside the box and create a quirky campaign that shows what a supply chain is not. To prove in the end that supply chains are in absolutely everything. At FM Logistic, our 22,500 employees innovate each day to provide the best solutions in supply chain optimization. Our dream is to make everything instantly accessible. Join us, and together let's invent the supply chain of the future. In all these situations, asking for holidays, flirting, of course, you can't ask for the impossible. But thanks to the FM Logistic network and all the means deployed by its employees, the group can make the impossible, well, almost possible. We set up the campaign with a tool that is very important to our target audience, the smartphone. We also used a message content that talks about everyday life, which we can vary in unlimited ways. The campaigns can be adapted to different media. We can do targeted advertising on a cooking website, or on Facebook. The campaign can be published on all the tools and supports you can imagine, on a stand, on a job file, on kakimonos. We can also produce some fun and creative goodies to support the campaign, as many different ones as there are messages. For example, one goodie could be a smartphone cover for the central element of the campaign, the smartphone. Or we could have a chewing gum package for the food campaign, a credit card pocket for the bank campaign, a luggage label for the boss campaign, or even a condom for the Lover campaign. As you can see, we've built up a campaign that goes beyond all the traditional supply chain cliches. It's adaptable to all supports and all target audiences, so you can get just the right campaign for your needs. So, we hope you get excellent feedback and do some great audience targeting.